think when I had my first gallery in Bologna, biggest prints were 20 by 16 inches or something like that. Right, let's go inside and see what that looks like. How's that look?
It looks good.
We've got Christina here, who's been my model on several occasions.
Yes.
And this is one of the pictures that I did of Christina in Volci, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes. And the experience to go in this beautiful place of this landscape was fantastic. And look at the kind of art of Patrick. Absolutely, yes. Because he knows what the nature and the spirit of the women are in the connection with the nature. That is a very, very original spirit that you have for us. You understand the nature, feminine nature, in the feminine spirit of the earth. Of della terra, no?
Mm-hmm. And the water.
And the water, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, water's a big feature in my pictures. Yeah. There's always water there somewhere.
Water is an element so important, and with some photos that you made, you enter in this dimension. Water and fluidity, fantastic.
And the vortex.
The vortex, yes. That, you know, a man said to me, a doctor said to me, he made mindfulness, no? He said, Christina, you know what is the vortex? What, take your mind, like an hypnosis. It's true, huh? And also this is like...
Yes, you spotted it. Oh,
yeah. I'm attractive from
the spiral.
Yes.
No, I deliberately did that because when I saw the place, I said, what I need here is something to draw you into the vortex. So about 2 months later, I photographed the leaves and then put the leaves in Photoshop, and they spiral in.
A spiral, yes.
So that's... it was planned because I couldn't do it at the time because it was beginning of September, there weren't any leaves.
Yes, but the woman say in the spiral so well, so we don't have afraid.
No, she's really relaxed, isn't she?
Yes, she's really relaxed in a natural dimension. No?
And here, can you see what that is there?
No, what is?
Pomegranate, melograno.
Melograno.
So in a way, she's a little bit like Proserpina, because you know the vortex going down to the underworld. Okay. It's just a little thing that I did, you know.
No, I don't. Because also the particular of the photo of Patrick are very attractive.
The details,
yes. Like in that, there is the man that you can see only if you look very well and observe.
The Puritan.
Yes.
Yes, the voyeur.
The voyeur.
And this one here, a lot of details in here which I put afterwards because I couldn't put them at the time. So I wanted to get this idea of the mods. You know, you had the mods and the rockers. The mods had lambrettas and they listened to the Small Faces. So this is from a Small Faces album. It's a sticker. And they used the roundel on their Vespers. And then I put on the helmet here. It's got My Generation, which was a song by The Who were a mod band in the late 60s. So
like in the photo that you made me the first time, that is in the book, I have all details of my life, of my history, of my memories, like the hat of my father, you remember?
Yes, all the details are really important.
Because in that photo I have a few elements that are so important in my life, and so these together give me the dimension of a very important thing that I made for myself.
Ah.
Yes. Yes, so the
It's a pity we didn't do this one with you, actually, because that was such a fun picture to do. And it's exactly as you see it, except the dog. I had to put the dog in afterwards because
the dog,
you can get fishermen to look excited, but you get the dog to look like that would have been difficult, I think.
And what is very, very funny is the expression of the face of them. That are for them this is a show unforgettable.
Well, this was the first shot of 10. So as he took, because they'd not seen the girl before, at least they had, but she was wearing a dressing gown. So as he took the tarpaulin off, I took one shot after another for 10 shots. It was done on film, and this is the only one that worked.
Oh, really?
Because there was the surprise. After that, the surprise was gone, and you could see that they were not really feeling the same. But look at this guy here, for example. I mean, isn't he wonderful?
Yes, he's smiling. But they are real fishermen?
Yeah. The mermaid. In fact, in English now, I call it Catch of the Day. It's based on Fryn, which is a painting, 19th century painting. But I like the idea of Catch of the Day, that they've fished her out of the sea. You know?
Yes. And that one is my friend, no?
Yeah, you're responsible in a way for this one, because you found me...
I found a model for you.
Yeah, and she had really nice long hair, which is exactly the same as the willow, really, isn't it?
Yes. She's that German woman, no?
German, yeah. And you were my assistant on this. We got up really early in the morning.
We was very, very early in the morning. Only Patrick can make this request to me because I like to sleep in the morning. But it was a nice experience too. And
well, we had to get there early partly because before the sun really came up. And partly because a lot of people go there, so it wouldn't have been possible. But at that time, there was nobody there, which is great. And the nice thing is the curve of the tree and the curve of her.
Like her body, no?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Weeping willow woman.
All your pictures, really.
Cristina, thanks so much. That was lovely.
Ciao.
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 Buon mezz'estate.
Grazie.
Perfetto.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yes.
She just happened to walk by, unplanned.
It's unbelievable.
Well, good augur. I've designed the gallery with a certain logic. Here at the beginning on the left-hand side we have what I call the belle, which are very often based upon works of art, maybe in an ironical way, and they are photographed in the landscape, mainly the landscape round here, which is Latium, Tuscany, Umbria. After the belle we have the Metamorphoses, as I call them, which are mainly well, they are all in black and white, many of them done in film, because they're going back 25 years now. And they can be done in all different sizes. That's the great joy about doing photographs. So I've got the small ones first, then the medium-sized ones, and then down at the end I've got the really big ones, which are 2 meters by 1. On the opposite wall, we start with the portraits. This is a portrait in the landscape in Tuscany. And then we have pregnant woman, my daughter. Over there we have my wife and daughter in a poppy field, not far from here. Paola Torci, who's an Italian pop singer, a portrait I did for her record cover, and a knight in shining armour over there. And over here we have a portrait of a friend of mine who was rather blue at the time, so I got her to wear a bright scarlet pair of stockings for the shot. Then more portraits in the landscape, and then we gradually move in to the landscape proper, the Tuscan landscape, the seascape, Umbria, the pines on the coast, and Bolsena itself. Bolsena is a lovely, lovely little town on the lake. If you can come here, it'd be great to see you, but if you can't, then everything is on my website.